city. Remember you used to drive a Yukon. I pick up whenever you call. In the parking lot in Tucson. Like, are you with me? In the phantom with the roof gone. I pull up like Jimmy Neutron. I can help you get a move on. Like keep on, I know. You like to go slow, but we could go faster.
Hello and welcome back to another vlog. This girl put spritz on my hair and I'm like, I haven't had spritz on my hair in years. I don't even know why she did that. I went to a natural hair salon. I've been there before. It's called Too Groovy in Midtown Atlanta off of Ponce, and I really just wanted my hair washed. It's not like a big huge thing. The curls is like, no, absolutely not. The stylist I think was new. Absolutely not, but it really doesn't matter because I just wanted my hair washed and curled so that I can throw it up in a bun and then just kind of like wear it down throughout the week. And I also got a hydration treatment, which was really nice because my hair is very dry and brittle and broke off right now. So yeah, it looks a little crazy right now, but it'll look better in the morning. I'm gonna put just a little oil in it. Doesn't even look like I got my hair done. It's insane. Insane. But I'm gonna put a little oil in it and then I'm gonna put this bun in and then it'll look a lot better in the morning. I know it will. But yeah, welcome back to another vlog. Tomorrow we are going to the dentist. I have a dentist appointment in the morning at 9 a.m. If you guys watched the vlog from last week, then you know that I had a really rough week last week. But what I did not tell you was that during the week, all throughout the week, I was dealing with a major toothache that I think is now infected. And I didn't know that it was infected until I called and told them what was going on. And they were like, yeah, you need to come in immediately. So that's what I've been dealing with. It felt like I was getting a cold or like I was getting sick. This was maybe about a week and a half ago. And I was like, oh man, I'm getting sick, like, cause I felt like really feverish and everything. But then it turns out like a couple of days later, it like settled into my mouth. So I think that's where it started from. And I know that I got a fever from this tooth, and it's the wisdom tooth in the back. But then I also think that it's hitting a nerve. This is just all my assumption because of what it's doing in the back. And so yeah, so I feel like it's infected and it's hitting some nerves in there, and it's going from like all down here to my neck all the way up to the side of my head, like on the right hand side. And then not only that, it feels like I have an ear infection, and that's the reason why I thought that I was getting sick, like cold sick. But I think it's all from this tooth or these teeth in the back, one or the other. The only thing that has gotten me through, which this is not good, but the only thing that has gotten me through, especially the last 3 or 4 days, have been extra strength Tylenol. I was on ibuprofen, but that wasn't strong enough. But then I got on extra strength Tylenol, and I'm taking it literally every 3 to 4 hours. It's not good. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, y'all should do that. Don't listen to me. But like, the pain is so great, you guys. The pain, I wish this on nobody. I wish this on nobody. I had a toothache before. It was my other wisdom tooth on this side when they were growing in. But this was like years ago. And now it's this side. And I am just... That is literally the only thing. Oh, and I made like this makeshift ice pack, which was like a French onion soup that I had stuffed in my freezer for like a year. I was never going to eat it. I just didn't throw it away. But it came in handy because it's like this little, you can still see my hand is like super red because it's been on there for like the last hour. I've had this like ice pack, which was this French onion soup that I've had up to my face, and that was the only thing that was like getting me through to like my next dosage of medication, which sounds insane because this is not doctor prescribed, but I've just been trying to not like overdose on medication and take it like back to back to back to back. So I was trying to get through this last round because I had like an hour or so left to go before it was like safe enough to take another dose of the Tylenol. And then to get me through that last hour, I had to put the French onion soup, or I had to put something cold and make like an ice pack. And what's crazy about it is that nothing is swollen. Like my face isn't swollen, my gums don't feel swollen. It just feels like the tooth itself. But the headache and all of this down here is extremely sore. My neck is sore, and then my ear just feels like it has a major infection in it. So I'm really confused because I'm like, was I getting sick, or was it like some kind of sinus infection or something and then it triggered my tooth? Or is it really my tooth that triggered everything else? Because it kind of goes back and forth. I'm like, I don't know if I have an ear infection and this, you know, because sometimes if you have like a cold or ear infection or something like that, it can trigger tooth pain. So I'm like, is it really my tooth? But girl, I don't know. So anyway, we're going tomorrow at 9 a.m. To the dentist, and he is going to be able to tell me, he's going to take 2 x-rays, they told me. And he also told me that because I am taking medication for the toothache, that it most likely is infected. He said that I shouldn't be taking medication for a toothache if it wasn't infected, but 9 times out of 10 it probably is, and that's the reason why I'm having to take it. So he is going to do the x-rays, look down in there to see what's going on, and then he's going to prescribe me some antibiotics, which I really think that I need, and then that way I can kind of get off of this Tylenol or whatever the case is. And then most likely I will have to either get a root canal or get the tooth extracted. One or the other. I don't have time for really either one. I'm gonna be 1000% honest with y'all. I'm gonna be 1000% honest with y'all. I don't have time for either one. But at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. And toothaches and stuff like that and infected teeth, that's nothing to be playing with, because that can infect the rest of your body. It can lead to other serious issues, other serious things that will go on in your body if you leave it unaddressed, and I know that. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take care of that tomorrow morning. Right now I'm just putting my hair up in this bun. Oh, I forgot to put the oil in it. Let me put a little oil in there. I like to do a little bit of this coconut oil, just a dab, because I don't really want to weigh my hair down. The girl did not listen to what I wanted, but it's okay. I think she was new. I'm pretty sure she was new, because she was at, y'all, I'm sitting in there getting my hair done. And one thing that you never want, or at least you don't want to hear, is your hairdresser asking other hairdressers or hairstylists how to do stuff. And I'm thinking, like, girl, please, this is like the last thing that I want. But she was just like, you know, she was a little innocent, and she was just asking like little innocent questions. But it was like basic stuff, like, oh, she was so impressed because the stylist next to us was doing like a quick weave or a sew-in. And you can clearly tell it was a sew-in, but she was acting like she'd never seen it before, like ever. She was asking the stylist like next to her, she's like, you know, so what is that? Because she wanted it herself. And she wanted to book with the girl. It was just but she was like, what is that? And you know, how do you do that? And how do you get the curl to do that? And I'm thinking in my head, girl, she about to use this curling iron on me. What are we talking about? And the girl was just like, huh? And she was like, but you could do that like on real hair too, like the type of curls that she was doing in the quick weave. And she's like, yeah, like this is real hair. The girl got like Brazilian hair or something like that. She's like, yeah, you can curl on real and fake hair. But she was so serious. Like she was really genuinely interested in what it was. On what it was and how to do it. It was very strange. So she kept asking, you know, questions like that and how to do certain things all throughout them talking and them doing hair. Like the girl got finished and then she was just like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And like, what's that product for? And I'm thinking, girl. So therefore, I wasn't surprised when the curls in my hair didn't turn out like I wanted them. I wanted it to be like a big fluffy silk press, but not like quite silky. I wanted it more on the fluffy side, and maybe I'll insert a picture so I can show you guys what I wanted it to look like. And then it ended up coming out way more silkier than I wanted, and the curls aren't big enough because I told her I wanted like big bomb shit, like the big curl to get that look, and she curled it with a flat iron. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, but again, my main goal was to just get my hair washed. I wanted the hydration thing in there because it really needed to be hydrated. And yeah, so it's whatever. Anywho, about to get ready for bed, take a shower, wash my face, brush my teeth, get up in the morning, and get ready for whatever news that this dentist is going to tell me.
Good morning, guys. Today is Monday, and I'm about to go or get ready to go to the dentist appointment. It's about 7 right now, or 6:45-ish. Y'all, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I really didn't. Last night was the worst that it's ever been. Like this past week, it's been the worst pain last night, and I really thought that I was gonna have to go to the emergency room. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I didn't want to keep taking Tylenol because, like I was telling y'all yesterday, I don't want to overdose myself. Even though I know that I'm not, and I'm waiting hours in between, but at the same time, it clearly says not to exceed a certain amount within a 24-hour time frame. And I was pushing it. Actually, I think I went over, to be honest. I'm not sure. But I waited to take half, because I've been taking 2 Tylenol at a time. And I waited last night just so that I can make sure that I'm being safe about it. And then I waited till I just absolutely couldn't wait anymore, and I took 1 just to be able to kind of get me through some of the night. I hardly slept. I kept getting up. I used the rest of that what is it, that French onion soup that was frozen. That thing was a block. It was a block frozen. And by the time I got finished with it, it was actual soup in a bag. It had melted down, and it was soup in a bag because I just left it resting here. It worked for like the first 15 minutes, and then I think it kind of got numb a little bit, which is great. I didn't really feel too much of the pain. And then after that, it just wasn't really working. I don't know if it was because it was melting or what, but last night I was struggling. Anyway, I'm about to get up now. The pain as of right now, scale of 1 to 10, it's probably about a 5 maybe. Like, I can feel it, but it wasn't like last night at all. And I don't know if I need to like be getting up, moving around to where I can, I'm not sure, but it's not normal because it's all in my head, and my ear just feels like everything just settled in my ear. So I know I have an ear infection of some sort. Like, I'm down bad, y'all. I'm down bad. I did not want to go to the emergency room last night. I was like, please, like, I just need some of the pain to subside, because I knew the appointment was this morning. I knew I only had a few hours to go, and going to the emergency room was just not a question. But at the same time, the way that my head was hurting and my ear was hurting, I was like, it's giving ER. That's what it's giving right now. Like, it was unbearable. But when I took that 1 Tylenol, it did subside just a little bit, and then I was able to like kind of go to sleep, but still kind of, uncomfortable and on and off pretty much all night long. So anyway, I'm about to get up, get ready, walk Bailey, and then head there, and then I gotta go to work afterward, and I'm hoping that they're able to give me something so that I can get through the work day. It's Monday, so Mondays are always really busy, and I need to be able to get up and go. So hopefully they give me something to be able to get through the day. Alright guys, so I am coming out of the doctor's office or the dentist's office. Supposedly, I'm supposed to be going to get my wisdom tooth pulled tomorrow morning. And yeah, I'm kind of having mixed feelings about it a little bit because my x-rays looked great. They didn't find anything on the x-ray. I didn't have any signs of infection or anything like that, so that was really good. But it's also kind of concerning because of the fact that they really couldn't find an exact problem. Like, they couldn't pinpoint an exact problem, so therefore they are pulling the top wisdom tooth, which I do have pain in, but they're pulling that top wisdom tooth to hope that it solves the issue. And it may not even solve the issue. So I was telling him about the pain that I was in. I was telling him about the earache, ear infection, all of that. And he was talking about referred pain and how it can kind of bounce back and forth between both teeth and both wisdom teeth and all of that. But I don't know, I'm a little concerned. I can get the tooth pulled. That's not an issue as far as getting the tooth pulled. But I would just hate for it to be not the actual solution to the problem and just get my tooth pulled for no reason, especially when the x-ray and everything came back like perfect. There was nothing wrong. They didn't find anything. There's no infection. There's nothing. So I don't know, something to think about. I'm supposed to be there tomorrow at 9 a.m. to have the procedure done and just hope for the best. I just hate like spending money on random stuff and then going through unnecessary pain if I don't have to. So we'll see. I'm gonna think about it. Well, it's really nothing to think about. I'm going to get it done tomorrow morning and hopefully that will settle. But now I'm like, is it really like a sinus infection or something and it's just affecting my face? I don't know. Alright guys, so it has been a very, very, very long day. I am at doctor's office number 2. I went to the urgent care because I couldn't get an appointment with my regular doctor, of course. So after I left from the dentist office, I went to work, did a whole day at work, or the remaining part of the day at work, and then I scheduled this appointment. And the reason why is because I'm like, if it is a situation where I may have like an ear infection or some type of infection or something going on in my head that's triggering my teeth, I want to take care of that first before I just go and get this tooth pulled tomorrow. They did call me back and say that the wisdom tooth in the back on the right hand side, or up top on the right hand side, is the root is so long that it's hitting my sinuses, so that could definitely have a lot to do with what's going on. So they didn't want to do it at the dental office that I went to, so they want to refer me to a oral surgeon to have my wisdom teeth completely removed, the top and the bottom, or I can get all 4 done if I wanted to, but I don't have any issues going on with the left side. So that's a thing, and they just referred me to 2 different offices, and they're waiting for me to call them back to set up an appointment to get them pulled. But prior to me doing that, I really wanted to get like a second opinion just to let them know here what exactly is going on, because if something is triggering the tooth, I'd rather hold off and not get my teeth pulled right now, because when I tell you guys, it is the absolute worst time to have any type of surgery, pain, anything right now. Remember, I told you guys I had a week last week, and that is still continuing to happen. So having pain like how I do now, and then the possibility of having to get my teeth removed, I just don't feel like going through that right now. But I will if I need to. I definitely will, because the pain that I was in last night was horrible. But we're just gonna see what they say. Maybe they'll prescribe me some antibiotics. I think I told you guys that the dentist did not find any type of infection or anything. So now I want them to look inside of my ear to see, is this really like an ear infection? Do I have a sinus infection? Something else that could be triggering the tooth? Or is it the tooth triggering my head? Because originally, when all of this started, I started with a headache and it started with an earache. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick. you know, and I'm just thinking that I'm getting sick. And then a couple of days later is when it triggered my tooth. So we're gonna see what they say. Long day, 2 doctor's appointments in one day. And if they do prescribe me something, I'm going to take that for a couple of days to see if it gets better. And then if not, then I probably will go ahead and schedule to have my top wisdom tooth removed. Maybe even my bottom one. I really don't know. Right now I'm on ibuprofen. I took 3. The dentist told me to get off of the Tylenol because it can mess up your liver as often as I was taking it. So I got off of the Tylenol. He's like, take the ibuprofen. It's 200 milligrams. He said you can take 3. He really told me I could take 4 every 6 to 8 hours, but I only took 3. And it's been almost 6 hours, and I'm okay actually. The third one helped. The first time when I first got it, I only took 1. Or I'm sorry, I took 2, and it didn't help at all. But earlier today, I took 3, and it seems like it's working for now. But I know the pain will be back. Once it wears off. So we'll see. It's a lot going on right now. Hopefully, this will come to an end here in the next few days or so. Fingers crossed. I really don't want to get my teeth pulled right now. I really don't. I don't want the pain. I don't want the swelling. I don't want any of that. It's a lot going on. Just having teeth pulled, surgery, being in pain is just like the last thing that I want to think about. But unfortunately, it's the only thing that I can think about because it's hurting bad. It really is hurting bad. So I needed to take care of it. So either way, I'll keep you guys up to date with what's going on.
Hey guys, okay, so it is the next day. Last night I went to urgent care, as you guys saw, and they checked for the ear infection, a possible sinus infection, and turns out neither one of them exist. So they say. Y'all know I went there to see before I got this tooth pulled if there was something else that's triggering the tooth and causing it to hurt, because my wisdom teeth, they've grown in a long time ago, like years ago. For it to all of a sudden start hurting again, as if they are like trying to grow, it just led to none other than some type of infection, right? Because like, why would they be growing out of nowhere unless there is something else growing in the inside of my mouth, like an infection? But they could not find an infection. They did not see an ear infection, because that's what it really feels like, is an ear infection, but they can't find that. They didn't see any signs of a sinus infection. I don't really feel like I have a sinus infection anyways, but the only thing that they could do, oh, and my eardrum looks fine because I was having them check for the ear infection. The only thing that they could do was give me an antibiotic as well as a steroid. The antibiotic is for if there is any type of lingering infection anywhere in my body. Of course, it'll kill that or get rid of that. And then the steroid is for inflammation if I do have any of that inside of my mouth or inside of my jaws or whatever the case is. And so that, they gave me 2 of them. It's like a 5-day supply. So I'm going to be taking one or both pills in the morning and then both pills before bed. I have to take it twice a day for the next 5 days. So yeah, we'll see. As of right now, I'm not in a whole lot of pain. I woke up this morning and I was in pain. And then I've been using this Oragel. Y'all know, just the classic Oragel for when I do have the tooth pain, but that doesn't do anything with the ear and the head and all of that. But when I do have the tooth pain, I use the Oragel. And then this morning was the first morning that I used the 2 prescribed prescriptions that they gave me. And then we're just gonna hope. So I'm gonna let this week ride out. I'm thinking that this is cutting down on the pain as far as my headache and stuff, so that's pretty good. But I'm gonna let this ride out all week long. If I get off of this, or when I get off of this in the next week or the next 5 days, if everything comes back, then I'm just gonna settle on it being my wisdom tooth at the top, and then we will most likely have it scheduled to have it pulled out, because I cannot go on with this pain. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm done talking about this tooth. I'm done talking about this headache and all of that. It's just been my life over the last week. I've been in pain. I've been in so much pain, so I'm like, ugh. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully the meds work, and then it kind of gets rid of whatever the case is or whatever it is through and through. I'm kind of like hoping and fingers crossed. But if not, we will go ahead and schedule it to have it extracted. So, yeah.
Okay, y'all, please don't hate me. I am going to end the vlog right here. I know this vlog has been so uneventful. I'm so sorry. But it's been about 3 days. I'm sorry if y'all hear crunching, that's Bailey. But it's been about 3 days, and since I picked up the camera, and all I've done was go to work, come home, and just kind of lay around and be in pain from this tooth. The antibiotics and the steroid is helping a little bit, for sure. Like, it's definitely a lot better than what it was. But I can tell that as soon as I get off of the medication, the pain is going to come back full throttle. I can tell, because whenever I take the medication, like right now, it's just a dull pain. Like, it's bearable, it's doable. I can get through the day, but it's really dull, and I can still tell it's there. So that way, it's like when I'm off of it, it's probably just going to be right back to where it was. So I am going to have to get it pulled or something. But yeah, it's just been pain and rest and medication and icing my face and all this stuff. So I'm so sorry. This vlog just wasn't that entertaining, but the next vlog should be. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a video that I haven't done in a while. So I do plan on doing that, and then the next videos after that, after this next one that I do, so not this one that you're watching, but the next one should be pretty eventful, and then the few videos after that should be even more eventful. So, because I got some things coming up, and I just kind of sat here today and kind of planned out some content, and I'm going to take the weekend and do the same thing and just plan out a little bit more and just kind of get some things together for you guys. So yeah, that's the plan for the weekend. And then also clean up, because my kitchen and everything looks a hot mess. If you made it this far in the video, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye.
So I'ma get slouched instead. And there was